You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, it's almost that time of the year. The Winter Olympics are going to be starting in a mere, couple of weeks or so? I believe February 6th. The Winter Olympics are going to be starting. Now, mixing politics and sports, as you guys know, not a good combination. Not a good combination. Everyone knows that the United States took down the dictator of communist Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro. Now, if you guys were paying attention to the news, these crazy leftists were actually out there saying no kings, right? No kings. Because they were calling President Trump a king, even though he's not. But when it comes to the dictator Maduro, we like dictators. So a bunch of people are freaking out that Trump took down a dictator. And I guess, these people were actually calling for the IOC to ban the United States from the Olympics. And if they actually thought that this was going to work, guys, they were gravely mistaken. Gravely mistaken. Yes, there was calls out there, probably some other countries too, calling up the IOC saying, hey, you got to ban the United States. You got to ban the United States. Now, guys, think of this. Is there an Olympics without the United States? Absolutely not. The Olympics are unwatchable without the United States. Just that simple. Now, even the IOC, I believe knows this. Some of these lunatics guys are saying, it was an illegal kidnapping. Even though the U.S. government actually had a warrant for Maduro's arrest under the Biden administration. Yeah. So make it make sense, right? Well, they have responded, guys, and this is not good news to these people that actually thought the IOC was going to ban the United States. It was not going to happen. So let's go ahead and dive into this, guys. Here we go. But first, check out blackwhitenetwork.com. Pick up a membership. It's just $10 per month. Get a 7-day free trial. Save money by getting the annual plan. Also with a 7-day free trial, we post some member videos over there. Also, I member live stream we post over there as well on Fridays. A lot of fun. Had a lot of fun actually doing it yesterday. Me, Rhodes, and a few other people on the live stream as well. So, fun stuff. Also, you guys can donate directly to us, $5, $10, $20, whatever you can give. You can do it right there on blackwhitenetwork.com. And don't forget to pick up your merch. New merch in the store, the Black and White Sports hoodie, Black and White Sports shirt, America 250 right there, Media is the Real Virus, Black and White Network, other stuff as well. Also hats as well. 18% off if you are not a paying member, but 25% off if you actually become a paying member to the website. No discount codes needed. You'll see everything at checkout. So here we go. Right over here on Fox News. IOC rejects request to ban the U.S. from Winter Olympics over Venezuela strike. Yeah. The IOC just told these people to go and kick rocks. Yeah. The United States didn't violate any rules whatsoever. Okay. Now, there's definitely a bunch of people, guys, that want the United States to fall. They really do. But like I said, there is no Olympics without the United States. It says here, the International Olympic Committee has responded to calls to exclude the U.S. and its athletes from the upcoming Winter Olympics over the country's recent military intervention in Venezuela. The committee ruled out any penalty on the U.S. in the aftermath of the intervention. Quote, as a global organization, the IOC has to manage a complex reality. The IOC has to deal with the current political context and the latest developments in the world, the IOC said in a statement provided to Fox News Digital. The ability to bring athletes together, no matter where they come from, is fundamental to the future of values-based, truly global sport, which can give hope to the world. For this reason, the IOC cannot involve itself directly in political matters or conflicts between countries, as these fall outside our remit. This is the realm of politics. Yeah. So nothing is going to happen to the United States. So these people are just going to have to cope. They're going to have to cope with it, folks. They're not getting their communist dictator back. Same people that are saying no kings, right? Now they're all Maduro loyalists for some reason. Yeah, it makes no sense. Now, check this out. Here's a stipulation right here. Russian athletes are banned from competing in the Olympics since the country invaded Ukraine in 2022. Russia invaded Ukraine just 4 days after the closing ceremony of the Beijing Winter Olympics in February of that year, which is a violation of the Olympic Truce Clause in the IOC Charter. Russia also put Ukrainian athletes under their control of the Russian Olympic Committee. Yeah, and we did no such thing to Venezuela. And actually, guys, those people in Venezuela, they like being liberated. Yeah. Now, some people are going to say that, but they still got a communist regime up there in Venezuela. They're still in control. Yeah, technically so. But guess what? They're puppets. They're puppets. Really, guys, we're controlling Venezuela. Not the communists that's still left over there. Those people are Maduro loyalists, but they don't want that smoke. So they don't really have a choice. Just that simple. Anyway, look here. The U.S.'s strike on Venezuela violated no such charter and has been praised by many in the international community due to the capture of dictator Nicolas Maduro and the toppling of his regime. The effort came after months of pressure on Venezuela as the Trump administration conducted more than 20 strikes in Latin American waters targeting alleged drug traffickers as part of Trump's broader initiative to curb the influx of drugs into the U.S. Yeah, the Maduro regime, guys, was a narco state. It was. This is not like Putin invading Russia at all. For one thing, we're not at war. Okay? It was like, a 20-minute operation. They got Maduro, took out some bad guys, and got out of there. Yeah, there was no war. There was no war whatsoever. And now these people, man, are very, very furious, man. Now, I believe a lot of this just has to do with Trump derangement. Just being honest. It probably has a lot to do with Trump derangement. I mean, these people, man, really want the United States to be on their knees. That's what they want. They want us to be on our knees, and we're not going to do it. Now, get this too. The IOC faced similar calls to exclude Israel from the Olympics over the Gaza war. But those requests were also declined as the committee stated that the country's National Olympic Committee had complied with the Olympic Charter. However, Indonesia may face a penalty for violating the Olympic Charter, even if it doesn't result in the exclusion of the country's athletes from competition. The IOC previously condemned the country for its denial of visas to Israeli athletes and declared it a breach of international charter. All conversation about Indonesia hosting a future Olympics was terminated, and the IOC advised global organizers not to schedule any major events in the country. So, there you have it, man. I mean, did anybody actually really think the U.S. is going to be booted from the Olympics? This is not a reality, guys. Not a reality. You do not have an Olympics without the United States. You just don't. When it comes to these Olympics, guys, we're always right up there at the top in like total medals and gold medals. We have pretty much the best athletes on the planet. Yeah, this was not going to work, man. This whole thing was just all about Trump derangement. That's all it was, man. These people complaining to the Olympics about the United States, those people don't even watch the Olympics. They really don't. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.